By the end of Year 9, most of you will have some difficult decisions to make about what subjects you will study in the future. There's not only the different subject options available at school, such as history, geography or French, but the option of vocational learning as well as traditional subjects. It's important that you make the right decisions and take the right options to suit your skills and interests, as this is your first step into the world of work. All over Sheffield, young people are making important decisions about what they want to do.
So what are you all like doing for options then?
Are you guys doing any vocational courses?
I'm doing hair and beauty. Me too. I want to be like a beauty.
Yeah, I did drama. But I kind of wish I did dance as well, but we didn't have enough blocks.
Is anyone doing engineering?
I was going to take engineering, but then, it couldn't fit with my French engineering.
But I heard you could do construction as well.
Yeah.
Playing, painting.
Yeah, you get to build a whole room.
Really? It's very good.
Beautiful battlefield.
Yeah, I thought that sounded really interesting. I've taken history.
Have you? Yeah, so have I.
I'm doing history too.
Something for
Hey,
everyone.
is anyone doing business administration? Yeah, my mate's doing that. It's like learning about offices and stuff.
Yeah, it seems really interesting.
Yeah, I went to have a look, but I don't know, it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah, these NVQ courses, they like help you with jobs and stuff.
Yeah, you can get jobs. Yeah.
There are so many choices.
Traditional subjects can cover areas from French to food technology, from media to business studies. The options you take will depend on the options available at your school. Obviously what you will cover will differ from subject to subject, but generally you will be in school working towards GCSE qualifications. GCSEs are important and can gain you entry to a whole host of different college courses, apprenticeships and jobs.
For instance, if you were to take history, you will learn about the major events that have shaped the world today and look at some of these in depth. The class will not only improve your understanding of the world we live in and the complex issues we face, but develop your research skills and your ability to process information from different sources and use it for your own purpose.
If you were to take business studies, you would learn about the world of business and the methods used to create success, including finance and marketing. Business studies is an important subject and again would be studied in a classroom situation with students working towards a GCSE qualification. Business studies can be useful if you have plans to run your own business or work within the corporate field.
Don't forget, traditional subjects are not the only option available before going into Years 10 and 11. You may decide to take one of the many different work-based options available under the Vocational Skills programme. Vocational subjects tend to look at the work environment you will be working in and the skills you will need to succeed. Very often, young people will be working on projects similar to those in the workplace. Students that choose vocational options will usually work towards NVQ and BTEC qualifications, which are marked differently to GCSEs. This chart shows where NVQ and BTEC level 1, 2 and 3 qualifications lie in comparison to GCSEs. As we can see, an NVQ or BTEC qualification at level 2 is at the same level as 4 A to Cs at GCSE. There are also qualifications called Applied GCSEs, which again have a vocational edge. To help you understand, Miss Sarah Drabble, who is the Head of Art at a Sheffield school, explains the differences between GCSE art and Applied GCSE art.
Well, the traditional GCSE art is basically you are creating artwork, and it's not necessarily doesn't have to have a purpose. It can, but you can just start on a project and it will develop in its own way, and you'll experiment with materials and analyse what you're doing, and you may develop a final piece of work. But it's largely a freer experience. In applied art, it's as if you're imagining you're an artist working, or a designer or a craftsperson, and you'll be actually set a design brief or an art brief or a craft brief. and you're actually given something very specific to achieve, and within that brief there will be constraints. As you would if you were working as an artist or a designer in reality, and you then produce your piece. Sometimes you'll present that to a client. If you can do a real project where you're actually working with a client, you'll present that to the client, and at the end of it all, you need to be able to evaluate what you've done. You need to be able to sum up exactly how you've met the brief and what procedures you've gone through to get there. And that's basically the main difference. In some ways, it's like a mixture of art and design technology. You're being creative all the time, but with a sense of purpose and focus.
Here are some of the many vocational options you could take part in.
If you decided to take part in the business and administration training, you will be on placement at a busy company such as Tritech. Tritech are a cutting-edge specialist IT training organisation, delivering training from basic IT to advanced computer art. Young people who decide to take part in this placement will be working in a busy office, learning the skills needed to succeed in this area. Young people will learn about the office environment, the equipment and the everyday tasks that need completing. Young people will undertake a wide range of responsibilities. This could include working at the front desk, meeting important people, answering phones, writing documents or invoices, filing information and using modern technology to complete the required task. Young people would develop organisational and interpersonal skills, while enhancing their confidence and ability to work in a demanding environment. This sort of placement would be ideal for someone who would like to run their own office, and maybe move on to being a personal assistant. Students will be working towards an MVQ in office administration, and usually go on to college, work or modern apprenticeships. This is an ideal route to start on a career path in a large or small organisation.
If you were to take part in the catering option, you could be based at the Castle site of the Sheffield College or at Sheaf Training and take part in both practical and theory work. Or you may have a college chef coming to school to deliver training. You will be learning about the many areas of catering, including basic food hygiene, food preparation and food and drink service. Those on placement take part in activities such as preparing and presenting meals of all kinds, from basic side orders to specialist meals such as curries or kormas. Young people also learn about specific ingredients, how they should be stored and the qualities they bring to a recipe. Working towards an MVQ in catering at level 1, you will be trained by professional chefs who have prior experience of a working environment. Most students that have completed the catering course have continued studying catering at college and have found jobs within the catering industry.
There are several different placements within creative and digital training. Students have worked at private companies such as Learn Direct and public services such as the Police Service and the University of Sheffield. Young people generally learn about computer maintenance and the technical aspects of information and communications technology. Young people learn various skills, such as problem solving and technical analysis, and are involved with customers and service users on a practical basis. Young people also learn about general ICT and how to solve everyday problems that they may encounter when working in this sort of environment. Typical activities may be dealing with a service user's problem, investigating reasons for the problems and taking the appropriate action. This could be something simple from a software upgrade to more complex activities like rebuilding a PC from scratch. The skills that young people gain are transferable in every way. In an ever-increasing technical world, young people not only get the knowledge to succeed, but are given the opportunity to gain experience in a working environment. The work also helps young people gain their ICT GCSE qualification.
Another growth area is construction. And young people that take part in training within the construction industry have a wide variety of options and available career paths. Young people would look at the different elements within construction and the placement would aim to give a broad understanding of general practices and equipment. Training takes place at the Construction and Design Centre, which is situated on Manor Lane. Young people study many different trades, including brickwork, joinery, plastering, painting and decorating. Typical activities may include building a wall, plastering and decorating rooms, while looking at important issues such as health and safety and control of substances hazardous to health. Most students would work towards building craft occupations award qualifications at level 1. Young people who have completed this training usually go into work, modern apprenticeships and college.
The customer care placement could also see you at a number of different venues. Some students have worked at shops like Topman, Officers Club and Toymaster. Young people on the customer care placement learn about the shop environment and the everyday responsibilities that staff have to deal with. During the training, they will spend a full term on placement within a store in Meadowhall. Typical activities may include stocking the shelves and helping customers, ordering stock and keeping the shop area clean and attractive. Young people will also learn about the individual lines of stock and learn about the general area that the shop retails in. Young people not only learn about the obvious skills and techniques employed in this sort of work, but also learn about their own presentation and appearance. When dealing with the public, the young people on placement also gain added self-confidence in themselves and the area of work they are involved in. A lot of the skills that are gained, such as self-confidence, are transferable to all trades and areas of work. Young people also work towards a Level 1 BTEC award qualification in customer care and then move on to a Level 2 BTEC qualification. This will give them access to further education and college, and also a good platform to begin a successful professional career in customer care. Some of the students have also moved into modern apprenticeships at the shop where they were on placement.
Young people that take part in the engineering placement work in a practical engineering environment producing equipment for several different agencies and projects, learning about the engineering world and the different disciplines involved. Young people gain a broad background of training that prepares them for work within many trades. While on the engineering placement, young people will be producing a wide variety of equipment after they have been trained in the appropriate area. Typical activities may range from producing a goggles rack for use in work areas that require eye protection, or cabinets for pieces of specialist equipment. Young people learn practical skills and how to use specialist pieces of equipment in line with health and safety procedures. They also gain important study skills in order to learn the subject area to a high standard. During the first year, young people work towards a Level 1 NVQ in engineering and move on to a Level 2 during the second year. A Level 2 qualification is the equivalent of an A to C at GCSE, which obviously gives students an excellent knowledge base to build upon. Many students have gone to work, modern apprenticeships or college in order to further their learning after completing the placement.
Young people that take part in the hair and beauty placement could be learning on site at the Castle College or Dimensions. Students learn about hair and beauty techniques and practices, and the highly profitable market of hair and beauty treatments. The hair and beauty industry is a rapidly expanding area, and young people would be in a work environment trained by experienced tutors who have a wide range of knowledge in this area. While working on the placement, you will not only learn the skills needed from a basic manicure to the colouring or perming of hair, but also learn about general business practice, customer service, health and safety, and the salon industry. Most young people would work towards a City and Guilds qualification in salon services at Level 1. Typical activities could include washing hair, learning different styling techniques, carrying out manicures, applying makeup, and other general beauty treatments. Most young people who have completed this placement go on to work, studying the trade further at college or modern apprenticeships.
Young people who take part in the health and social care placement will be trained by experienced tutors in several different environments. Young people could receive training on the school site, at the Sheffield College, at Sheaf Training or at In Touch Care. In Touch Care is a company located at the Sheffield Airport. It has contracts in all areas of care services. Young people learn about different areas of health and social care work and the important skills needed to succeed in this field. Young people learn the skills needed to work with people of all ages and abilities. Young people learn about the individual needs of these different groups, and they must respond in order to meet these needs. This may include learning how to bath a baby safely, how to care for somebody who is blind, or how to help an older person with mobility problems. Learning is varied from project work to simulation to roleplay in order to give people a well-balanced knowledge base. Young people study key skills and can gain an NVQ qualification at level 1 and 2. After completing this placement, young people go on to work-based learning and modern apprenticeships. And again, the placement provides students with the necessary skills, know-how and qualifications to be able to further their studies at college.
There are many specialist media companies in Sheffield, and young people who take part in the multimedia placement have the opportunity to train and gain work experience while on site. K&P is one of those companies, and it produces multimedia products to customers while delivering work-based training in all areas of multimedia production. Young people learn about the general areas of multimedia, such as web page design or video production, and help produce products and provide services. Activities depend on the area of multimedia you are working on. If you are taking part in video production, you may produce your own short film, help staff prepare and film a production. If they were taking part in image manipulation, they may be producing publicity such as posters and flyers. Young people pick up excellent technical skills due to the high standard of knowledge the tutors have and the suite of industry standard software and equipment K&P has available for use. Young people study media production and work towards key skills qualifications, such as working with others or communications, while also having the opportunity to work towards a level 1 and 2 qualification in multimedia design. Many students who have taken part in training at K&P go on to our E2E programme, which is a work-based training scheme available to 16 to 19-year-old students. Others have also gone to college in order to further their knowledge and improve their chances of gaining employment in their chosen area.
While taking part in the retail placement, young people will be learning about the retail trade at the source, which is next door to Meadowhall. Training covers general duties but focuses on the management side of the retail trade and covers important areas such as stock checking and dealing with staff. Young people also go on work experience at Meadowhall in order to put their learning to practice. Typical activities would include studying business practices in order to get the best out of your workforce. Young people will also look at good practice and team building. Young people study towards BTEC qualifications at level 2, but also improves self-confidence skills and learn about maximising profits and working with others. Many students have a good level of understanding to continue at further education or to begin work in a retail environment.
Those were just some of the possible options you could take before going into years 10 and 11. It's important that you choose carefully, as these will be your first steps into the world of work. You have a wide range of choice, from history to hairdressing, from physics to plastering. You need to choose wisely the courses that suit your skills, interests, ability and ambition. You need to talk to your teachers to see if you meet the entry requirements for the course and if the courses are available at your school. Don't forget, Sheffield is changing into an exciting and productive city. Two examples of exciting new developments would be the English Institute of Sport and the Construction Centre at Manor Lane. As a result, Sheffield needs young people with the right skills to help the city develop. Be a part of this exciting and expanding city.